Hare Krishna. Welcome, dear devotees. Thank you so much for joining us. You have participated so actively through all these events, leading us into celebrating Sri Nrisimha Chaturdasi. And we heard a wonderful lecture by His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami. We heard a musical offering. We had a fire yajna. Gopal Bhatta Prabhu shared so many beautiful prayers to Lord Nrisimhadeva. And now we have something for our little children, a puppet show. I wanted to bring here the wonderful devotee families that took the time to put together this wonderful puppet show for our little Vaishnavas. And, just help me welcome. We have with us Braja Vilasini and Vrindavana Priya Prabhu with their little daughter. We have Dhriti Mataji and Neelam Mataji. We have Hari Sankirtan Prabhu with his family. And I believe we have one more devotee family that actually was instrumental in putting this puppet show together. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today on the GBC SPT channel and for putting in all the time and effort to create this wonderful puppet show for our little devotees. So I just wanted to start this conversation here with, just wondering what led you all into creating puppet shows?
Hare Krishna everybody, Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you for the introduction and wishing everybody happy Nrisimha Chaturdasi. And so we started our first puppet show like about 10 years ago. And it was actually an idea suggested by His Grace by Shishika Prabhu, our temple president. He saw a Vamandev puppet show somewhere, and he suggested, why don't you try something like that? We would earlier do dramas at the temple, and seeing that, he suggested, why don't you try puppet show? And it all started there. And we started, it was his motivation and encouragement. We did our first puppet show on Vamandev, and it was a success. And it kind of was a great experience. And then from then we did many live shows at the temple. We did pastimes of Krishna. We did various pastimes from Ramayana. We did Dhruv Maharaj. We also did Nrisimhadeva a few years ago. And with pandemic, everything was brought to a standstill. But when we started this, it was a great experience because it included various where we could involve our talents into, like it included script writing, it included narration, it included composing songs, it included singing, it included making puppets from scratch, creating a puppet theater, and then many other things. And we were fortunate, we found a very cooperative team, who all wonderfully worked together, and it was a great experience. And while things were getting better here, and we got a wonderful opportunity to, re-record our Nrisimhadeva Lila, and our entire puppet team were enlivened actually to get together after a very long time and record it, and we all had a great time during that time.
That's wonderful. I mean, I can totally see the work that goes into making puppets and actually putting the whole thing together. It seems like a lot. It's an extensive project in itself. So, from what I see, I watched the video a little bit, and it looks like a lot of editing has gone into really creating this finished product that our little children will enjoy. Can you tell us a little bit more about the editing process? And I see how involved with the children in your families to create this.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So we met only once because of the COVID restriction. We couldn't meet that much. So in one shot, we did the video and the audio was edited later. So most of the editing part is done by Dhriti. So I would like her to share her experience doing the video editing. Thank you
How
so much.
wonderful, Dhriti. How old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
That's wonderful. And did you get trained into video editing?
No, my dad did most of the editing in the previous videos, so he basically guided me. Yeah. I think you're muted, Mataji.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about what happened and what was the process of editing.
Sure. Okay, first of all, I would just like to say that I'm very grateful for this opportunity to do the video editing. This was actually my first major editing project, and without Vrindavan Priya Prabhu and my dad's constant guidance, it wouldn't be possible. So, in between, you might hear me singing and playing the piano, and I also enjoyed that like to the fullest, and I've learned a lot from this experience. So, thank you so much, and I hope you like the video.
I'm sure, the Lord will accept it, and I'm sure all our wonderful little children are also going to enjoy it as well. Thank you so much for putting in your time, effort, and talent into this. It's much appreciated. And with the GBC SPT platform, we want to encourage our youth to, express and show their talents in every possible way. I see that we have another wonderful family that was also involved.
I'd like to add one point about Dhriti here, Mataji. When we started our puppet show, Dhriti was as young as my daughter, and she would give narrations to like Vaman Dev and voiceovers to Vaman Dev or Dhruv Maharaj. And now that she's grown up and she has blossomed into a melodious singer, and she also composes the songs that you would see in the puppet show and the show. And of course, video editing, we all heard about that. So yeah, we're going to see much more youth, doing much more in the puppet shows coming forward.
Wow, it's really, really impressive. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's to hear that how the children are involved and, how much time did it take to edit and how did you all encourage the children to be involved in this whole process? Sankirtan Prabhu, would you like to tell us a little bit something about your experience? I know you have 3 young children.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Modi. So, kids love to be part of everything. Like they want to be part of all things that adults do. So the best way is to get them involved. And puppet show is basically something that they can relate to. In a drama, they have to act, right? Or they have to focus, or they have to be on the stage, and it creates a lot of stress or pressure on them. Whereas here, they are on the background, right? So like Dhriti, when actually we recorded this first Nrisimhadeva drama like 4 years ago in 2016, and she was like 7.5, 8 years old. And at that time, she played all the piano and sang all the songs, right? And my daughter was like 6 years old, I think, something like that, 7 years old, and she was in the background narrating and stuff like that. So this event, like this time when we were practicing, all the kids were there watching there and giving their input. So this is correct, this is wrong. So they like to be involved, and we can see from Dhriti's growth that how she has basically grown into that, right? Like basically she started with giving narrations, and now she is into taking more responsibilities of editing. And now when we did this whole program, we find that as adults, like the stage is very small, the space is small. It's very difficult to have 3 adults or 4 adults sitting there and do all the puppets. So we want these kids to take over the next generation, come there and start doing the puppets themselves, right? Because then that will be more and then they can bring their talents onto the stage. So we are looking forward to that. And as like Aditya has gone, my kids like Radhika and gone, and the other like Gaurika, Aditya Prabhu's daughter, and then we have Balram who likes to play music. So we want them to maybe we'll have one. We'll try to do one puppet show where we can have these kids in the forefront and see how they come up with. Maybe it will not be perfect, but it will give them a stage to grow and take it forward from there, and encourage more kids to take this responsibility of taking these shows together.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. That's a very wonderful thought and encouragement where we give the children a platform to utilize their skill set in the service of the Lord. So how long did y'all basically take to record this entire show? And I from what I know, Aditya Kumar Prabhu was very involved in editing. Is that correct, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. I would say this was mainly a whole puppet show was for the kids, and it was almost by the kids because a lot of places, I mean, definitely Triti was played a main role in editing and everything, and not only that, even beyond that, about the music and all the singing she had done, and also other kids are also involved. Like I hear like Balram and even the other kids also like giving their voice over in the drama itself, so making it more exciting for even the audience kid as well to enjoy along with the other audience. So it is like overall like complete a package for not only just kids but adults and everyone, so everybody can enjoy. This is one common thing. And definitely it was a lot of fun because we had to do complete recording in a day. So we had set it up in such a way that we can go back to back with all the recordings because we had done a practice prior as well. So setting up the stage basically kind of in such a way that the things are aligned, like camera is aligned with the theater and they all are captured properly and then get recorded. And then definitely the massive work went in the editing part, which you see. That's why it looks so good. So, yeah,
That's
thank
wonderful.
you so much.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much. It's very impressive that how families can come together and create and come up with newer and newer ways of enhancing Krishna consciousness for ourselves and for our children. So, on behalf of the GBC SPT team, I really want to thank you all for making that effort and time that you have put in to create something like this, and encourage you all to continue. And we're hoping that we can always create this as a platform for you all to share the wonderful talent and the work that you all are doing. So without further ado, I'm thinking maybe we should show our viewers this wonderful production that you wonderful four families have put together. And thank you so much, Aditya. It's very encouraging that you have put together and edited this video to such a wonderful class of work. So, for all our viewers, stay tuned. And I hope the kids are all ready by now to watch this puppet show live. And here it goes.
Now listen all, please be quiet. With full attention hear this narration, the story of Prahlad and Lord Nrisimhadeva to attain pure devotion. Within 3 worlds there is none like Prahlad. Understanding him you shall reach life's goal. A pure devotee from the womb, Lord Vishnu, his very life and soul. So to hear this story, are you now ready?
Yes!
One more time, loud and clear. Are you all ready?
Yes!
So here we go.
Oh, Prahlad, what is wrong with you? How has your intelligence been polluted? We heard you were telling your father that becoming a devotee of Lord Vishnu is the best thing to do?
You know, Lord Vishnu and demigods are enemies. Have you come under the influence of our enemies? We are your teachers. Please tell us the truth.
My dear teachers, I learned from my spiritual master that those who think in terms of enemy and friend are less intelligent and are unable to find the super soul within themselves. Every one of us is an eternal servant of God. Therefore, it is useless to distinguish between a friend and an enemy.
Oh, Amarka! Please bring me a stick. I will give him a nice beating today.
This foolish Prahlad has appeared like a thorn tree in the forest of sandalwood and is damaging our name and fame.
From tomorrow, let's give him rigorous training in terms of dharma, artha, and kama. We need to ensure he is completely normal before sending him into his father again. Let's go.
Shanda and Amark brought Prahlad back to his father to show how well they have instructed him. When Hiranyakashipu saw that his child had fallen at his feet and was offering obeisances, he immediately began showering upon him. With great affection, he spoke thus.
My dear Prahlad, my dear son, for so much time you have heard many things from your teachers. Now please repeat to me whatever you think is the best of that knowledge.
Shravanam Kirtanam Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu Bhaktis Chainavalakshana Kita Bhagavati Adha Tanmane Aditam Uttamam. My dear father, dedicating one's life to follow the 9 principles of devotion to Lord Vishnu is the best of all knowledge.
Prahlad! Chanda and Amarka! You have disobeyed my order and have taken shelter of my enemies. You have taught this poor boy about devotional service to Vishnu. What is this nonsense?
Oh, enemy of Indra, oh king. Whatever your son Prahlad has said was not taught to him by us or anyone else. His spontaneous devotional service has naturally developed in him.
Therefore, please give up your anger and do not unnecessarily accuse us. It's not good to insult a Brahmana in this way.
Okay, go away from here right now. Prahlad, you rascal, most fallen of our family. If you have not received this education from your teachers, where have you gotten it from?
My dear father, persons who are entrapped in material life and who have accepted a blind man as the guru cannot understand the goal of life. Unless one receives the dust of the lotus feet of a pure Vaishnava, one cannot be attached to the lotus feet of the Lord.
You fool! How dare you glorify Vishnu in front of me? This is the biggest crime anyone can commit in my kingdom. Demands! Take away this boy away from me.
Yes,
He has given up his family to engage in the devotional service of Vishnu, our enemy. Like a menial servant, he deserves to be killed. Kill him as soon as possible. Hurry up now, take him!
Okay, my lord, okay.
Thus, the cruel Hiranyakashipu attempted to kill his own son. Following his instructions, the demons then tried to kill Prahlad in various ways. Prahlad, who was always very sober in his demeanor, did not protest even for a moment. Instead, he continually absorbed himself in remembering Lord Vishnu.
Vasudevaya.
I will lift him and you throw him from the hell.
Yes, good plan. I'm sure this boy will not survive.
There you go. He's surely dead now.
He's gone
Hey, look. He seems to be perfectly okay. Just standing there and remembering his Lord Vishnu. How come?
I don't know. Maybe he got lucky this time. Okay, let's burn him to death in the blazing fire. How about that?
That's a good idea. Let's do it. Let's do it. Burning fire! Make him! Hot fire! Burning now he cannot be still for sure. Make him! What happened? He's completely untouched. Looks like this boy has some mystical powers. Even fire cannot touch him.
Oh no. What should we do now?
I don't know.
You know, if we cannot kill him, the king will certainly kill us.
I know. Hey, I have a brilliant idea.
What?
Let's throw him in an assembly of the most dangerous poisonous snakes. How about that?
Yes, good idea. Let's do that.
Black snake!
Find him.
My God! Look at that little one! No, he cannot be saved for sure! Fight him! Oh my God! Oh my wish! Hiranyakashipu! Even snakes cannot do anything! What can I do now? Oh.
Okay, let's run away from him.
Let's go! Oh.
Despite great effort, no one could do any harm to Prahlad. Be it fire or snakes, thrown from a hill or crushed under elephants, Prahlad was perfectly safe every single time. Hiranyakashipu therefore grew increasingly anxious. He finally arrested his son and gave the teachers one last chance to instruct Prahlad. But when his teachers went home for a break, Prahlad took the opportunity to teach the science of devotional service to his classmates.
My dear friends, please repeat after me.
Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu.
Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu.
Smaranam Pada Sevanam.
Smaranam Pada Sevanam.
Archanam Vandanam Dasyam.
Archanam Vandanam Dasyam.
Sakhyam Atmani Vedanam.
Sakyam Atmani Vedanam.
By these 9 principles of devotion, worship the Lord of the heart. Worship the Lord of the heart.
Human life wasted not, a rare chance we have got. Don't be foolish, be wise and smart. Always worship the Lord of the heart. Always worship the Lord of the heart. For so-called happiness, don't work hard, for it comes on its own accord. Wait no longer, immediately start. Always worship the Lord of the heart. Always worship the Lord of the heart. Leaving your duties Besides pure devotion, all is but a show. To please the Lord, learn this divine art. Always worship the Lord of the heart.
Always worship the Lord of the heart.
Although young kids, you shall be perfect. Follow this path, flawlessly correct. With full faith, follow what I impart. Always worship the Lord of the heart.
Always worship the Lord of the heart.
Following the instructions of Prahlad Maharaj, all the sons of the demons became attached to Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When this attachment became pronounced, their teachers Chanda and Amarka were very much afraid. In a helpless condition, they approached Hiranyakashipu and described in detail the effect of Prahlad's preaching.
O most unintelligent disruptor of our family, O lowest of mankind, O obstinate fool, today I shall kill you and send you to Yamraj, by whose power as a rascal like you become so impudent that you appear fearless and overstep my power to rule you.
My dear king, the source of my strength of which you're asking is also the source of yours. He's not only your strength or mine, but the only strength for everyone. My dear father, please give up your demonic mentality. Do not discriminate in your heart between enemies and friends. Except for the uncontrolled mind, there is no enemy within this world. When one learns to see everyone equally, one comes to the position of worshiping the Lord perfectly.
You rascal! You are trying to minimize my value as if you are better than me in controlling the senses. You are trying to be over. Ha ha! I know you are. I can understand that you desire to die at my hands. Oh, unfortunate Prahlad, you have always described a supreme being other than me and who is all pervading. But where is he? If he is everywhere, then why is he not present in this pillar? Now let me see how your most worshipable Vishnu comes to protect you. I want to see him now. Who is this? Is this your Lord Vishnu in the form of an animal who has come to protect you? Ha ha ha! Today I will kill Vishnu and avenge the death of my brother Hiranyaksha. Vishnu, you cannot escape me
Nrisimhadeva ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hope you like the show and thank you very much.
The little boy Prahlad, his father was horrible. He tried to harm him, that was really terrible. His father was unbeatable by Brahma's boon. To protect little Prahlad, you appeared soon. Jai Nrisimhadeva, Jai Nrisimhadeva. The moment you appear, all demons disappear. You are looking powerful, to demons you're fearful, to devotees merciful. Jai Nrisimhadeva.
To teach the science of devotional service to his classmates.
My dear friends, please repeat after me. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Shnaranam Pada Sevanam. Shravanam Pada Sevanam.
Jai Nrisimhadeva, Jai 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 Nrisimhadeva. O Nrisimhadeva, O Lord of all, we pray to you to remove all obstacles. Jai Nrisimhadeva, Jai Nrisimhadeva, Jai 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 Nrisimhadeva.
Thank you so much to Vrindavan Prabhu, Neelam Prabhu and family, and Hari Sankirtan Prabhu, Aditya Prabhu, and this wonderful four family team for creating this wonderful puppet show. And we want to thank all our viewers for joining us today, and to all the little kids that must have participated. Thank you for all the love, affection, and encouragement that we are receiving through your comments, questions, likes. Please continue to subscribe and share with your family and friends the offerings of the GBC SPT team. Please take a moment to subscribe to the newsletter by going to the GBC SPT website. And I'm wishing you all a very, very happy, blessed, and blissful Sri Nrisimha Chaturdashi. And we look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.